You ever wonder how far an e-bike can go on a charge? Here's what some manufacturers don't really want you to know. My name's JP, and you can think of me like your e-bike buddy. As a manufacturer, it really makes me laugh sometimes when I hear some of the things the other manufacturers are saying about the range of their bikes. Like our bike will go, 125 miles on a charge, or our bike will go 150 miles on a charge. Manufacturers can say anything they want when it comes to range. I mean, think about this. If you got on one of our Sierras and you turned on the headlight and you pedaled the whole time and didn't use the power at all, you could go like 500 miles on a charge. So how do you sort through the noise, How do you figure that out? Well, whether you're thinking about getting one of our bikes or maybe someone else's, here's something that you can do to level the playing field and understand yourself. First off, remember, as manufacturers, we're all limited by the same laws of physics. None of us has like a magic stick or some secret formula. We can smack an e-bike and now it gets twice the range of the competitions. We all have the same limit. So to really understand what the range is for yourself, you need to have some constants. So let me give you some constants. Battery cells are really important, so you want really good quality battery cells like Samsung or Panasonic. So we've got good quality cells that are going to have a really long range and a good lifespan. 48 volt batteries are kind of the most important in the marketplace right now. 500 watt motors, say you're going on a flat surface, maybe not going too fast, but like 15 miles an hour. And not too fast, not too slow. A really good conservative estimate, with all of those things are the same, is about 2.5 miles per amp hour of the battery. So a 10 amp hour battery, you're looking at 25 miles. A 20 amp hour battery, you're looking at 50 miles or so. That's pretty much the same for all manufacturers across the board. There are a couple of manufacturers out there that have a kind of a range booster where you can put the bike in power mode or eco mode. You can get maybe another 30% more when you're in eco mode, but this is just a general rule of thumb if all of the bikes are kind of functioning on a normal level. Another consideration that some people may bring up is, well, what if it has fat tires? Doesn't that cause more drag on the bike? Well, even, it does sometimes, maybe about 5 or 10%. But if you have a bike that's got a 50-mile range, 5 or 10% is really not that much of 50 miles. That's between 5 and 10 miles. So I'm not saying you should get a fat tire bike or a skinny tire bike. I'm just saying that when you're trying to decide which one you're going to get, maybe range shouldn't be that big of a factor. So here's what you need to remember. No cheap, no-name battery cells in the battery. And the constants, if it has a 500 watt motor, 48 volt battery, and you're going a flat surface, you're going to get about 25 miles out of a 10 amp hour battery and about 50 miles out of a 20 amp hour battery. So that should help you determine, no matter who the manufacturer is and what they're saying, you should be able to figure that out pretty well on your own now. If you found this information useful, I want to ask that you share it with someone you think it might help. And also, I wanted to ask you to like and subscribe, follow, all that kind of good stuff too. Thank you so much. We appreciate it, and take care.